What's going on, guys? Two is in the block back again out here on the truck farm. Truck, yeah. They sprinkle a little bit of seed in the ground, and they just start popping up. This C10 right here is going to be donating its engine and transmission and drive shaft to this C10. So pick this one up for the wife. This is something she's super excited about. She's been wanting a square body for quite some time. She saw one of these when we were at the rod run about a year or so ago, and she really fell in love with this particular style. So I was looking for some parts and came across this truck. It was a great deal, so we brought it home. Truck's complete minus the engine and transmission, and I think the drive shaft. So everything else is here. We'll do a quick walk around. Long bed, got the old camper top on top there, Silverado trim, power windows, power door locks. Truck is really not in bad shape. It's gonna need a dash pad and a seat, but aside from that, I think we'll be able to take care of everything else. Just clean up the door panels and whatnot. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing cleaned out and probably get this camper top off of here. I don't think we're gonna keep that, but aside from that, the inside of this bed is cherry. Very nice trim truck. It does have a dent over here on the passenger side in the bed, so we will pull this dent, and of course we'll do a respray on this truck. I was going to try to save the paint, which it's probably salvageable everywhere except for the hood. The hood has some surface rust that's come through, but the rest of the paint's not too bad. So before I paint it, I may actually go through and polish this paint just to see what it looks like with this original paint. I think this truck's only been painted from the factory. I don't think it's ever been repainted. From what I can tell, looks like a factory paint job. So we may do that just to see what it looks like. Just play around with some old paint just to see what we come up with. But long bed, 2-wheel drive, really nice truck, really not beat up or anything. It's super straight, minus the dent in the side of the bed. So definitely something she's going to enjoy. And the plan is for her to actually pull that camper back there. I don't know if you guys can see that. We'll walk over quick. So the plan with that truck is to pull this camper. So somewhat period correct. I think this camper is a 69 model. That truck being from the 80s is her 70, 80 body style. It's worked out pretty well. We'll figure out some sort of color combo. I don't know if she's going to match the two or what, but anyway, that is the reason that the truck works out really well. So it gives her something to pull her camper with that she's going to be using for selling baked goods and probably a little bit of coffee. Alright, so you guys who have possibly been watching the channel probably saw this truck before. I had this truck cranked up, had it running, and it actually runs and drives. It's just an old farm truck. Not bad, honestly, considering I'm sure this thing has seen better days, but she still runs and drives. Very basic, no AC, no power brakes. It does have power steering, but this is just pretty bare bones truck back in the day. And I think this is a 74 model, I believe. So we're gonna pull the engine and transmission out of here, probably just pull it all in one unit. I'll clean it up a little bit before we put it in another truck, but everything's going to transfer over. It should be a pretty simple swap because it's a 1-for-1, which is always nice. I do know the transmission shifts through all the gears, and the engine runs, fires right up, so that makes it very easy for me. I don't have to go through the whole guessing game. So pretty cool there. So we'll be pulling the engine and transmission out of this one and dropping over into this one right here. As you can see, it's wide open space. When they pulled the engine and transmission out, it looks like they did a good job on disconnecting everything. So don't see anything that's been hacked up so far, which is nice. Makes my life a lot easier. Definitely makes my life a lot easier. They got transmission cross member down there, so should be able to just bolt up to the manifolds and keep it moving, which is always nice. Definitely nice when they do you like that and they'll do you dirty. I think while we have the truck apart, I'm going to go ahead and take care of the AC stuff for it. So I'll probably go ahead and get a new accumulator and another condenser up here and an orifice tube, and the plan is to put AC back on the truck. I'll probably run 134 converted system on it instead of running R12, which I can still find R12 in my area, but the 134 will work just as well. If I don't use Duster, which is a trick from Mr. Heavy Chevy. So if you guys have not seen his channel, I'll put a link down below to Mr. Heavy Chevy's channel, because he also messes around with these old trucks and old cars and has some pretty cool stuff. So just right off the bat, looks like the master, or the power booster's been replaced before, so that's cool. It's got an updated master cylinder with the plastic reservoir, which is late 80s, which is correct for this truck. I think this is an 85 or 86. I have to check the paperwork on it. Everything else is there. It's all complete. The windshield is cracked, so I will have to replace the windshield, which I've done one of these before. I really don't want to do another one because they are a workout. I did one with the block on the 77 we did a couple years back, but we will get the windshield replaced. And I think the passenger window glass is the only other thing that's broken on here, so we'll have to replace this passenger window glass. But aside from that, and just a little bit of a dent, really not bad truck at all. So we'll take the window glass out of this truck, I believe. I think the guy said he had another door, so I may just go back and pick up the door. But because this door is straight, oh yeah, and this truck is rust free. If you look, this truck is super cherry. I mean, the cab corners, everything just looked really, really good on this truck. Now, it came out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. It looks like this is the dealership it came from. And it's been in Tennessee its whole life, which makes a huge difference on these older trucks. Because as you see, no rust. Not that I can't do rust repair, but man, not having to repair all that rust saves a lot of time getting them back on the road. And it's all original metal. Look at that. Super clean, rust free. I think there's one spot that I found in here about the size of a $50, so we'll take care of patching that. But unless there's something under the carpet, which maybe, you never know. But otherwise, looks really good. The fender wells look great. These wheel arches, I mean, they're spotless on the inside. Really, really good looking truck. Even for a long bed. I mean, yeah, you can see how straight it is. I mean, truck's never been popped in the front. I don't think it's ever been running into anything. It doesn't look like it's ever been wrecked, which is not common with these older trucks. They typically get bumped and beat around, but you can see not even any scratches in the front bumper. Pretty wild. Well, I'm gonna get the shop back going. We're gonna suck all the junk up out of this thing, get it cleaned up so I can get ready to pull this one in the shop so I can yank the engine and transmission out of it. I'm probably gonna keep these wagon wheels because those are actually in pretty good shape. They'll need to be blasted and painted, but they are a nice set of wagon wheels. So I'll hang on to those. And of course the rallies will hang on too. I've got a couple sets of these. So I'll go through and clean up a set to keep. These are in pretty decent shape. I think between the two sets I've got, I'll have at least one complete set that's clean, and then maybe a spare that I'll keep. But definitely going to keep those wagon wheels because you don't see those all the time, and they're pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, I think that's enough of me yakking. I think I covered everything. Just a clean old truck, couple long beds. Let's put this one back in service, so it should serve Mrs. Three Wheels really well. And she gets all the fancy stuff, which I tell her all the time. The Lord really looks down on her with a big smile, because I've been wanting a stacked headlight C10 for probably 20 years and never been able to find one. She just happens to mention one, and not even a year later I get a phone call, and really was looking for some truck parts. The guy calls and decided he wasn't going to pull the front clip off of this hole, and she ends up with a truck that is really nicer than probably I would ever find for myself, because, you know, that whole rust free thing. Yeah. So anyway, let's get this thing cleaned up and see what she looks like, and we'll go from there. Well, it appears we have a certified papaw truck or peepaw truck. There's all kinds of stuff. There's old Chick-fil-A coupon. Yep, very old Chick-fil-A coupon. The please use by date's not even on there. I'm not sure how old that one is. Not sure. Plenty of spare parts in here. There's a distributor module, a coat hanger, some speaker wire, seal power. What we got here? Some push rods. I got some push rods down there. If you guys see that or not. Let's see here. Slide them out a little bit. Yep. New push rods. Rocker arm. Yep. Purolator PCV valve. Crime of the century.
ID theft is affecting millions of people.
And it's on a CD-ROM too. Never opened. Pretty wild. Like somebody enjoyed some sort of beverage at some point in time. There's a rearview mirror. I'm setting all this up here because I'm gonna clean this seat up. Certified peepaw truck right there. TV antenna. When was the last time you saw one of those? And the cane. I think this cane will probably stay in this truck. Probably just put it behind the seat. Energy shot. Now this to me looks like a filter for a quadrijet, if I'm not mistaken. Little fuel filter there. And there were two of those in there. That's pretty cool. I think I'm just gonna combine those into one. So my guess is if we have two fuel filters in this truck, judging by there is another one in the air cleaner, I would say this tank's probably pretty nasty, so we probably need to replace the fuel tank. So we'll probably just go ahead and plan on doing that. That would be my guess. So on the other side of the seat, let's see here, we got a super clear something from the Dollar General. Not sure what that was. And there's a can of spray lubricant and a baseball on the far side over there. And another fusible link for something. That's empty. Here's an old baseball from I don't know when. It's very, very old. Very old. So it's pretty cool. I'm not really a baseball fan, don't play baseball, but definitely cool to find. So I'm gonna grab some stuff. Let's clean this seat up and see what the seat looks like. Alright, I had to swap phones because my other one got too hot. So doing my best to make sure I get you guys good quality video as possible. Doing my best, doing my best. Got a little bit of LA's Totally Awesome here. I'm gonna go through and spray the seat down and see how it cleans up. Hopefully look better than it does. Got a lot of dust and dirt, probably from the old cars or the old seat cover, I'm sure. Now I'm wearing a respirator because this stuff is pretty harsh. I don't recommend breathing it at all. It'll burn your eyes, burn your throat. So PPE for the win. Well, not too bad for a quick cleanup on the old peepaw truck. That seat's actually pretty cool. Hadn't seen anything like that in quite some time. It's got some nice color in it. Still a little bit of cleanup to do on it. As you can see down here, there's some soiling down there, and of course down between where the seat folds, we have to finish cleaning that up. But that gives you an idea what she looks like. Dash pad's definitely gonna have to be replaced because it's seen better days for sure. Cruising over here to the driver's side. Of course, it's worn down here at the bottom. It's pretty common. Just about any older vehicle, driver's seat, even newer vehicles, driver's seat always gets torn up pretty bad. So there won't be any saving this. May get fortunate enough to find a lower replacement cover. If I do, I will just replace the bottom cover on it. Because it's still comfy and the padding is actually not torn up too bad. It just got the upper section of padding here. So probably just a recover, because this portion of the pad that you see actually comes with the cover. It's not the seat pad itself, so may just try to do that. Floors don't look too terrible. Still quite a bit of vacuuming to do, but I think I'm just gonna pull this carpet up and chuck it since it's got some holes in it. And as far as I can tell, no holes anywhere else other than the one that we found right there. So that is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Oh, look at that. Wipers with a washer. Cluster's in pretty good shape. Let's see here if I can do it without the sun glaring on us too bad here. Yeah, the cluster's not in bad shape. It's got an old realistic radio in there, and that steering wheel is really nice. One teeny tiny imperfection up top there, but other than that, really nice. Got the horn button, all that's there. Very cool. Very, very cool. Sliding window. Still got the latch assembly. Surprisingly, the headliner's still in here. That's cool. Probably have to redo it at some point. It is sagging a little bit. That's a heavy headliner too, man. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. I think the next video we will come out here and clean up the outside of the old truck. Let's get some of the grime and dirt and stuff from time off of it. But that will be another day, and we'll probably go ahead and get ready to replace this window glass on here. But before I replace this window glass, I'm probably going to take care of replacing this rubber in the door run, because it's worn out. And since we're going to do that, we may as well replace this rubber here. So be a little bit on this window. I'll just tape it back up for now. Now, if you guys don't have this crash plastic, I definitely recommend it. You can go on several different places, several different websites. I'll see if I can find a link to one. I think I got this from Bronto Industries, and it basically just sticks over the opening. Works really well, keeps rain and stuff from getting inside while you're working on your project. So yeah, the old Silverado ain't looking too bad at all. Ain't looking too bad at all. I think that's gonna wrap it up for this video. My name's Erwin. The Three Wheels in a Block. We're giving back. My time is taken away. We'll see you soon.